Hello, 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 hello. It is your baby boomer Kitty Lane from the Peninsula in Virginia, back with another Creator Relate. Hello, 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 hello. I keep forgetting. I do apologize. I'm only human. Okay, so we got a lot going on. I am going to be really brief today, as I don't want to take up too much of your time. And we're going to jump right in with our ABCs. A, all aboard. So, welcome to everybody. We currently sit at, hey, Lori, how are you, love? I'm so happy to see you. I need to talk to you about something too. Um, we currently sit at 543 subscribers, 1,562.6 viewing hours. What did I have for breakfast? I had raisin bran toast crunch. Raisin, is that what I had? No, I'm mixing up commercial. I had raisin bran crunch. This is what I had. I was mixing that up with the cinnamon toast crunch commercial. Sorry. I know my hair is going everywhere. Forgive me. Hello, Vivian. How are you, my love? It's so nice to see you. Um, I don't know if Joan is going to be with us today. Please send her all kinds of good juju, good vibes, and a lot of love and healing. Okay. Vincent is maybe he'll take a nap and mother. Cool. Cool. Don't we love it when the babies take naps? Let me tell you what happened to me over the weekend. You know what? I'm going to save that for my story. Okay. Coffee. I am not drinking coffee today. I am only drinking water today. Yeah. I don't feel bad or anything. I just don't have a taste for coffee today. I know that's weird. I know that's weird, but I don't. As much as I love coffee. Um, I am going to once again blend the EFG, the enlisting, the focus, and the group, or the what's going on. Because my focus this week is this. There are going to be two of these. This is all my design. It's just a simple rectangular blanket. But I found out I had created a pattern that I really liked, a repeat of 4 round repeat that I really liked. So I'm sticking with that and I'm making that throughout. This, of course, is for the brother and sister who lost everything in the fire. Their mother is still in a medically induced coma in the hospital. So making blankets for the brother and sister for right now. I do plan on making one for the mother as well. Also, please don't forget the Cozy Encyclopedia by brought to us by our dear Yes Michelle Crochets. And I said I wasn't gonna forget it, and I forgot it. It's not called the Stitch Circle. The Stitch Circle with again our dear Yes Michelle Crochets on Saturday mornings. Lasts about an hour and a half. I had to catch it the last 2 weeks on replay, but I'm gonna tell you why with the story. I have to keep saying with the story because I'll forget. I remember Saturday there was a story I wanted to share with you, and by the end of the live, I have forgotten what it was. So I have to keep saying it to remind myself. Also, the Magical Mal is going on now. You'll find that on Helix Stitchcraft. Um, I know it has something to do with the sun. I constantly have to go back to it. But what I'm doing is blending two entities to make one. I'm double dipping, y'all. I am. Because I got so much on my hook. Like I said, I have this beautiful start of a blanket here. And I'm making another one. It's purely scraps. It's only scraps. And as a matter of fact, these are my next colors going in. And pretty much you can see with the darker colors, I'm pretty much going for the young man in this one. I'm holding my brighter colors to the side for his sister. Um, Here Comes the Sun is the overall theme. And however you interpret that, cool. Thank you, Lori. And am I right in remembering that you are collabing with her on this one for May and June? Please let me know. She has a collab for each couple of months. And I really, y'all, hold on. My food is here. Hold tight. Just hold on. Just a minute. Okay, guys, I'm here. It's oh, okay. We're gonna try to do this smoothly. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna lay y'all down for a second. Uh, uh, okay. Okay. Hi guys. I'm back. Whew. I am so sorry about that. That's just the one thing I never wanted to happen. Okay. July and August. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So you're collabing for July and August. And I'm collabing with her for November and December. Okay, the other thing that I'm working on, when I told y'all I had a lot on my hook right now, this is the second one that I started. Some of you may know that Juan has a new crochet along out, and it's called the Stitch Odyssey blanket because it's playing with a lot of stitches. But this one is actually the completed part one. But I'm doing two of them. Yes, I'm doing two of them. I am doing one of them for the I showed you the back side. There it is. There's the front side. And there's the front side colorful. I decided to go with more colors for this one. Um, I'm doing two because one of these is going to be going to the Stitcherhood donation, going as a Stitcherhood donation blanket. I'm not sure which one yet. They're both queen size. And the other one is going to go to the mother of the two children, the mother who is currently in a medically induced coma. So this is also part of my focus for this month, as there are 8 installments, 2 drops a week. Run over to Juan's channel and check it out for all the details. So those are some of the hot things that are going on for right now in the YouTube community. Y'all, I'm freaking myself out because I'm looking at the camera right here. I see myself on TV over there, and then right beside the TV is my mirror. So I'm seeing 3 of me, and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. I know that sounded real country. Y'all, I'm from Wilson, North Carolina. What do you expect? Okay, so the healthometer. I'm in a decent mood. I'm not the best, but I am in a decent mood. I can tell you this. I had a 6-hour conversation with one of our content creators last night, and it was the best. It was the absolute best. It was so enlightening. It put me in a very calm space. I absolutely loved the conversation, and we're planning on meeting up. So that ought to hold you in suspense for a little while. I got secrets. As far as the medical is concerned, until I had to rush to the front door, I was doing fine. That always takes a lot out of me, but I'm okay. I don't even know what they sent me. Let's investigate. So y'all can see what a Meals on Wheels is like. Okay, they never tell us. Looks like ground beef and rice and black eyed peas. All of that looks very good. Looks real. We got whole milk this time, y'all, and not that 1% water. I don't know what's in this cup. I never eat what's in the cup. I never eat what's in the cup. And I think you all remember that I told you I'm not a bread person. I'll eat sandwiches, but I'm not really a bread person. But they can't customize them. And wait a minute, this looks like gelatin. I might be able to give this to the baby. That's gelatin. I'll hold on to that for the babies. And I can do the whole milk. I just, whole milk and 2% milk I can do. With that 1% water with the milk flavor to it, no, not a fan at all. Okay, so all of that covered everything. Okay, the healthometer, I did say until I had to rush and get that. But for the most part, guys, the health is not bad. I had a quick little onset of gout. I don't know what's going on that I'm having the back-to-back occurrences with the gout, but it's painful. And fortunately, I have the medication that helps me as soon as I feel it, and I take it right away, and it doesn't get severe. So my foot is back to being crinkly on the top, so I know that the swelling is down, and I got a my foot again. Okay, Jay, I want to talk to you all. I don't have a joke of the day, but I do want to talk to you all about the journals. And I don't see BB. I don't see Hadijah. I know where Joan is. And I hope she's at least watching. And at least smiling. But I wanted to remind you about the journaling. To start out, 10 easy things every day. 10 sounds like a big number, but when you break it down, you'll see just first thing in the morning after you do whatever it is that starts your day, set 5 minutes aside for your journal. And what you do is write down your mood of the day, how you felt when you woke up that morning, and how you felt medically when you woke up that morning. Jot down over in the corner two people that you normally don't contact, either for the day, the week, or the month, however you choose to do it. Put those two little people over in the corner so that you know to contact them within that time frame that you gave yourself. And then jot down real quickly three things that you want to accomplish for that day. We're already up to six. And that's just in 5 minutes. At the end of the day, before you go to bed, take about 10 minutes. Why 10 minutes and we only got four more things? Well, you're going to write down your mood before you go to bed at night. You're going to write down how you feel at the end of the night. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Write down those three things. Okay, it was 7. I'm sorry, I can't count. Okay, but you're going to recap your mood and how you feel health wise. And then the one thing that you have left to do is a recap of your day. Write a small little paragraph about how things went in your day or anything that's really important that happened during that day that you need to write down. If it's something as simple as the idiot ran the red light in front of me, oh, that was scary because somehow it affected you, and write those things down, jot them down. Maybe it's a routine travel path that you take, and maybe something like that always happens right there. So maybe it's something that after looking at it over a period of time, you'd be like, what happens if I leave 5 minutes earlier? Well, what happens if I choose a different route? So these are things that you can go back and look at for yourself and figure out how to adjust things. I always tell you we can start over in the next breath. We don't have to wait until the beginning of the week. We don't have to wait until we wake up in the morning. We can change our direction in the next breath. And sometimes journaling, seeing it written out, having that map right there in front of us will help us do that. Okay, crochet with Kitty. No, there was not one yesterday. I told y'all I spent 6 hours on the phone with someone. I couldn't talk on the phone and record. I couldn't. But you are going to be getting one today because I have a lot of things that I'm working on, and I am going to be sharing that with you all. So you'll get yesterday's today, and you will hopefully get tomorrow's tomorrow. Now, emoji time. If you're catching this on replay, this is the time that I'd like for you all to drop emojis. You already know that I want you all to start dropping those eggs for me to keep me motivated because I know that I'm going to have at least 2 a day. I went out last night and I purchased my eggs for this week. So if you will, drop me an egg and a lime slice. Just an egg and a lime slice. And if you're just coming in, whether you catch me on replay or get here, please make sure you hit that like button. Please share the content so that we can get more subscribers. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the thank you, Lori. Make sure you hit the bell with the dimples so you always know when I'm dropping fresh new content. And moving forward, my story. We are here, guys. I had some of the best sleep. I think it was Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. My grandkids decided they wanted to spend the day in grandma's room. So, Lori, when you said, your grandson going to sleep on your lap, my grandson crawled up here in the bed with me and we laid down together. And even though my nap was short, just the fact that he was I mean, that's my bed buddy when we go to bed at night, but during the day, he typically doesn't take naps. So for him to crawl up here and get comfy and cozy beside grandma and lay down and take that nap, and his sister to come sit right here beside the bed and lay her head back on my leg. She didn't take a nap, but she did just lay her head on my leg. And I was surrounded by my grandbaby Saturday. And it was such a relaxing and loving moment. And I was so, and that might have been Sunday and not Saturday, because I think it was just before my daughter left for work. Yeah, yeah. But it was so, it was a beautiful moment. And I was so grateful for it. And I'm still grateful for it. Okay, so the story that I had written for you was remembering when I sold my first crochet piece. I made bookmarks out of the number 10 thread. I'm sorry, guys, forgive me. But I made 25 of them and I sold them for 50 cents a piece, making me a total of how much was that, Lori? $12.50? I think it was. It doesn't seem like that. Hmm. That's what the math says, but it seems like it's different. I don't know. My head is not all in the game day. I feel fine. Don't get me wrong. I feel fine. I just feel like I don't know. I feel weird. That's how I feel. I feel weird. I feel a little spacey, but my mood is fine. I don't feel sick or achy or hurting or anything. I feel like I'm walking in a different dimension, if that makes sense. Kind of like medicine head, but I don't feel the of being medicated. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, so me selling my little pieces led me to my second story. Your girl used to be a saving genius. I was very, I was spoiled and I was manipulative with my money when it came to my family because I had all these little piggy banks and everything that I would keep my monies in. Excuse me. And of course, whenever we went out, I never took my money with me. So when we went to the clothing stores and stuff, my mama had to spend her money. When I went out with my grandparents had to spend their money and tell me no. They never told me no. They didn't tell me no because I didn't ask for crazy things. You know, we would go to Sears and I would ask my mom for an outfit and not a $50 outfit. I wanted a $7.50 pair of jeans and baby, how are you? I know why you came late because you didn't want to hear the explanation of the journal, but I'll go back and talk about it when we get to R and I'll remind you of everything just so you won't miss out. I love you. But yes, yes, I absolutely had my little savings going on. And let me tell y'all about karma. Karma doesn't like it when you're not nice. Karma has this way of saying, "Hey, look, see, I already told you." Because all of the money that I saved up I had this little suitcase that had different and places with stickers to mark everywhere that I had been because my mama made sure that I did a lot of traveling. And we would get stamps and things, and I'd stick them on that little suitcase. And I would keep things like my silver dollars, my $2 bills. If I was lucky and got a $50 bill or $100 bill, I would keep them there. So I knew that that bank alone had thousands of dollars in it. And then I had another. I'm late because I was placing my food delivery. I didn't get a chance to get it from the store because I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Know that I love you. Know that my heart is with you. And know that I'm praying for your son to feel better and for everything to fall in line for you. Okay? Um, I had a I had a piggy bank, I had a baby bottle, I had several things that had all kinds of rare coins, silver. Yes, it does. Baby, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I am. But all of these devices I had to save money. When we moved from the neighborhood called Mount Hermon to the neighborhood called Cavalier Manor, my mom enlisted the help of friends. We missed a whole truckload of things being delivered. Half that truckload was half my room, and it had all of my savings devices in it. My mom wasn't upset about it until she saw the kind of records. So, yeah, I've been keeping records for a long time that I kept that indicated how much money I had. And you think about an 11-year-old child having close to $20,000 saved up. And I mean, I was just, my grandfather, let me tell you how quickly money adds up. My lunch was, I want to say $3.15 for the week. And it came up to like close to $5 if I added ice cream. So every Sunday before I came, because I spent every weekend back in Carolina, every Sunday before I came home, I would ask Granddaddy for lunch money, and he would give me a $20 bill. Of course, the change, I'd stick it in whatever compartment it went in. So that's $15 a week, $60 a month, and of course, that adds up. And then when you have the birthdays, the holidays, different people come in town and they just want to give things to BJ's daughter. All of her friends come around. That's one thing I loved about her friends. They were very generous. They were very, very, very generous. And they would just do things like give me a card for being such a sweet little girl, and it'd have $100 bill in it or a $50 bill. And whenever I saw silver dollars and $2 bills, I'd make such a fuss over them. They're like, here, you can have it. Here, here, and so I kept all of those things and I'd write them down in a notebook that I kept under the runner on my dresser. And for some reason, they didn't take the journal. Just, I guess the journal meant them no good. I don't know, but it was very close to $20,000 that I had at the age of 11. Y'all, I could have been straight. I could have been straight. Take that and invest it and flip it and watch it grow. Whew. But like I said, karma used to make everybody buy everything for me. It was like, okay. Now what you gonna do without it? Be right where I am. And then there was one time, last story, y'all, that I actually saved my mom. She threw all of these interesting pieces of paper away. I was 9 when this happened. She threw them away, and it was when I say it was a stack, it was a stack. And they all pretty much looked the same with the same type of typing on them. And I was fascinated by numbers. So I was going to take those, took them out of the trash can, and I was going to add all the numbers together and see how much, because they were check stubs. I had no idea at the age of 9 what a check stub was. And I kept them and I'm playing with them. And whew, I'm sorry, guys. Felt like something bit me right there. Just all of a sudden, there's nothing there. It's a pain that went straight through, but it felt like I played with those check stubs and I kept them in a safe place in my drawer. And my mom was running around real frantic about a month and a half after she threw them away. She's going crazy, tearing up stuff in her room and cussing at everything. She's like, damn it, I knew I, and blah, 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 and so and whatnot, and why now? And I asked her, what are you looking for? And she was like, I know you haven't, but have you by any chance seen my pay stubs? No, I don't know what pay stubs are. I have no idea that I have everything she's looking for in a drawer in my room. And she said, it's a whole stack of them. I threw them away because I didn't think I needed them anymore. And I was like, well, the only thing I took out of the trash can was all these pieces of paper. And I took them out and I gave them to her. And my mom cried. She laughed. You know, when you cried, the real ugly cry, the snotty face, tears all over the place, drooling cry. She did all of that. She took me out for ice cream. We went to one of my favorite restaurants called Shakey's back in the day. Oh my God, they had the best steak and the best root beer. Their root beer was to die for. I love root beers. I think I'm gonna go to the store and get me a root beer, y'all. Yeah. So I saved my mom's audit. It's what I say. And things were so much better for her. She flew through that audit like a breeze. She did. And I was glad. I was glad. And then I became a trash ninja at that point. And anything that looked important that she threw away, I would retrieve it from the trash. And I kept everything in like this little file. We had the little single drawer file cabinet that sat at the top of the stairs. Won't tell you everything that was in it, but it was there for a purpose. And I would put everything in that file so that when she needed it, and she started looking for it, she would go in there first. Okay, the next project, we are on to end, guys. We're moving right along. I'm going to be looking at lighter things for summertime crochet, and especially with all of the things that we have going on in the crochet community. So, what I'm going to ask you at this point is for you to take a pick on what you would like for the next tutorial to be from me. And your choices are, drum roll please, and I don't have it close by. The first beach bag that I had, I know it's up here on the bed. I just can't put my hands on it right now, but I know it's up here. You have your choice of beach bags. You have the first one that was very closely put together. You have this one, which is the Perfect Storm or Perfect Sea Storm. And this is how the handles are going to be. So that's going to be your handle. And the other choice is the rectangular blanket. So one, two, or three. Which one would you like to see? The first beach bag that I cannot. I don't know what I did. I know it's up here on the bed. I do know it's up here on the bed because I've not removed anything. But it's got thank you. Um, but we'll just call that one beach bag one. The one that's missing in action is beach bag one. And then of course there's beach bag two, which is the one that I showed you, or the rectangular blanket. All of them are like super simple. They're really, really simple. I've not done anything complicated with any of these. All using basic stitches. So I'm gonna let y'all figure that out, which one you would like to see. And while you're figuring that out, in honor of my daughter, and today being Cinco de Mayo, which is the 5th of May, it is also my daughter's 44th birthday. So if you will, drop a party emoji, some type of celebration, a slice of cake, a candle, a birthday hat, something. Because she didn't go to work today. She's sick today. Yeah, on her birthday. And then I also have for you quest or question. Would you rather go on a quest or would you rather I ask you a question and you try to answer it? So you got two things to tell me. What we're going to do, you say one, two, or three for bag A, bag B, or the rectangular blanket. And you say A or B. Thank you, BB. You say A or B for a quest or question. Do you want to go on a quest and find the information yourself, or do you want to try to answer the question that I have for you? And I want to remind you all about the 30 minutes every day to either refresh your stash, do something. It's 30 minutes of organizing. Thank you, baby. I know she's home watching this today. I know she is. That's why I'm excited for her to see it. We were supposed to have a date today and she couldn't make it because she's not feeling well. And our focus, of course, is her health. You know, we want her to be healthy. So you don't need to stress yourself or try to put yourself out in any way. So I hope you hear that, Nikki. I know you probably are not up out of the bed or not. She's not going to communicate with us, but I'm pretty sure she's here. Pretty sure. Also, don't forget our schedule. Even though we didn't have a crochet with Kitty yesterday, it will be dropped this evening. You have another crochet with Kitty tomorrow. On Thursday, we have Thoughtful Thursday from 12 o'clock until 1. And then on Friday, we have this Friday. We are going to have Flex Friday this Friday. And we're also going to have another Crochet with Kitty drop Saturday at 1:30 Eastern Time. We will have our show off. I'm sorry, excuse me. We'll have our show off Saturday. Hopefully, well, this will be done, and this one we hope will be done, and the second one will be started. I know that part two of the Stitch Odyssey blanket comes out on Thursday. So hopefully I will have two. Um, I will have the two parts caught up in those, and I'll be able to show that to you on Saturday. Um, Thought of the day: don't let yesterday take up too much of today. Don't let yesterday take up too much of today. And that quote is by Will Rogers. Will Rogers. Okay. All right. And believe it or not, that brings us to the end of what I have for you today. Please don't forget the Cozy Encyclopedia and the Stitch Circle going on Michelle's channel. Remember that tomorrow is Wildcard Wednesday Challenge Week with Juan. That's when we come up with a whole new list of challenges. If you've been listening to the challenges for this week and you want to get those caught up on, now's the time to do so because that's tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm excited to see what challenges are coming up. I can't even show all of mine because one of my challenges, the wand hat and the scrap, um, they're gone. They're probably with Juan right now because I made the scrap hats. I did not do the 5 round square and the baby blanket. The baby blanket is here. I guess I can post that the 1 to 3 weight make. Yeah, I did not make the notions pouch. I guess I think I told you all that I was not going to make the notions pouch. So there is time to get those things done. Notion pouches, they don't take long. They don't take long. Um, they can take seriously anywhere from 20 minutes to 2 hours. So it really does not take long. You can just put something together enough to hold a pack of, I say, I say kitchen scissors. If it'll hold these in the bag, then you know it'll hold your crochet hooks and your stitch markers. Okay? You know that I implore you to do what? Love yourselves. Please love yourselves because self love is the greatest love of all. And you can't love others the way they deserve to be loved unless you first love yourself the way you deserve to be loved. And you deserve the best. Remember, Kitty Lane told you. Remember, Kitty Lane loves you. So until we see each other again on these YouTube streets, my kittens, don't do what? I love you guys. Peace out, everybody.